one viewer commented, "The four horses of Revelation. Chapter 6 are reserved for the final 7 years of tribulation, which is still to come in the future. So how can you say the white horse is running now?"
Good question. Very good question. And it's something that we've looked at very closely. But if you know the generation started in 1967 and it goes through to 2036, 70 biblical years, you can work out 2029 when the final week starts. That's when the Antichrist comes on the scene. Now, this is where the fun and game starts. We've done a bit of homework on this, haven't we, Murray, on the white horse and what white represents. And do you want to take that?
Well, the white horse represents right throughout the Bible good, peace. It's not evil. It's not an evil horse. It's a good horse. White represents good. Jesus comes later riding in the clouds on a white horse. So the deception is out there. See, a lot of people believe that the horses, the four horses start in the final week of the book of Revelation, the 7 years of tribulation. Wrong.
Totally wrong.
We know that Donald Trump is riding the white horse now, and we also know that the red horse is also active. We know that because Donald Trump, his core objective as the rider of the white horse is to restrain the evil that red horse is about to unleash on the world.
After this restrainer is removed, it's going to be a sudden shock to the whole world, and it's going to go like whatever you call it, going to go really, really fast, galloping around the world, taking peace from the world. There's going to be war, destruction, death, all sorts of things. So this period of time now, which is basically now to 2029, is when the white horse is running, and Donald Trump is this rider on the white horse.
Yes.
Now, let me just tell you that churches all say that the white horse is a deceptive character. They think it's the Antichrist. There is nothing in the Bible to suggest that. And in fact, I would hold you to account, anybody who thinks that, any pastor, because God does not lie.
That's right.
If you look at God, if he says something is white, it is white. If he says something is black, it is black. If it says it's red, it's red. If it's pale, it's pale. And every one of those words, colours, it has symbolism attached to it. And anybody who goes against it, we know who they're coming from, because that's the father of lies.
Absolutely.
He turns everything upside down. When Jerusalem became part of the sovereignty of the Israelites, that time is the start of the final generation that Jesus talked about. It fits in with Ezekiel. It fits in with so many other things in the Bible. And that locks it in from 1967 to 2036. Take off 7 years, 2029. That's Daniel's final week. And as we've pointed out before, there is the Antichrist week. It starts just prior to the start of Daniel's final week. 2029 is the start of the rise of the red horse.
So if that's the rise of the red horse, 2029, so let me ask you a question. Does the white horse come before the red horse or after the red horse?
So obviously the white horse came before the red horse, and it's running now. So let me ask you a question. Who is the rider of the white horse?
What makes Donald Trump the rider of the white horse?
Well, he's the only person in the world that has got the ability to keep the peace of the world and subdue this evil that's around about at the moment. He's respected in every country around the world. People pay attention to what he says, and he's got this policy of strength, peace through strength, and he's adopting that in his whole approach, and it's working. His events associated with his whole life all seem to reflect biblical numbers, or the biblical number 7, 77s and 777s. It's sevens everywhere.
As far as the sevens are concerned, we've even made a video about it. Okay, so the scary thing about Donald Trump being the rider of the white horse, Leo, is that we also understand that the red horse is out there now. The red horse, I won't say he, because for some reason, we sort of know, the white horse is depicted as a he, the black and the pale horse are he's, but the red horse isn't. The red horse is a system, and it's that system that God is using Trump to keep down. Trump's main job over the next 4 years is to keep that red horse at bay.
And it's being done for a reason, not only just to hold it down, but to give time for fallen away Christians and people looking for their salvation to come back to and find Jesus again, because this period of time, this 4 years, is critical.
That final generation lays out our timeline. It ends in 36. Come back for Daniel's last 7 years, that's 2029. That timeline is there for a reason.
Everything hinges on the start of the final generation, and it's a 70-year biblical period. It's 1967 to 2036, and that's that final generation Jesus talks about. He talks about it in Mark, Matthew, and Luke, and everything is there. It is so black and white, but these pastors and teachers around the world, they are so blind, they're so deceived, they can't see it, and as a result of that, they will not see that the white horse is running now.
So we welcome scrutiny. If you dispute our timeline, write a comment.
Look, anybody who's loved it, we love a challenge, and if you think we've got it wrong, please let us know. That in previous podcasts, we've gone through step by step to explain the timelines. Absolutely. Right back to 538 BC, the time when Daniel received the vision, and that goes right through to 2036. It breaks it all down into the two distinct timelines, your holy city and your people, and that explains it all very clearly. So go back and have a look at those, and if you disagree with anything in those videos, put it in the comment section. We'll do a detailed response to any serious world research question.